Our first guest is one of the biggest stars on the planet. Please welcome my friend Beyonce.
Beyonce for sure. I love her. I love Beyonce. Jay-Z too, I really admire the both of them.
She towers above the rest, dazzling in sequins, the artist who reinvented the surprise album, revolutionized touring, and set the ultimate standard for artistry. Beyonce, whose name is tied to a reported $1.8 billion fortune, still commands the stage like an unshakable queen. But beneath the brilliance, fractures are starting to show. The very visionary who once reshaped the music industry now faces a troubling reality. Her empire of side ventures is slipping away. The contrast is striking. Her music dominates, yet her businesses falter. Ivy Park, once hailed as the future of fashion athleisure, stumbled out of its Adidas deal, with sales plunging from $93 million in 2021 to just $40 million in 2022 before collapsing altogether. Even Secret, the much-hyped hair care line she launched with her mother, has failed to ignite the frenzy that once made every Beyoncé-backed product an instant sellout. For an icon capable of stopping the world with a single unannounced album, this silence from consumers speaks volumes.
I want to ask you about Jay-Z's album. I think it's genius. Like all of his projects, I thought it was really great.
We've witnessed the Cowboy Carter tour spark a wave of Black entrepreneurship across the nation, small businesses booming as they tapped into her Western-inspired aesthetic. We've seen her concerts rake in over $500 million, shattering records with ease. How can a figure this powerful stumble in business where others thrive? The answer may lie within her inner circle, where whispers of sabotage and family entanglements blur the picture. At the center of it stands Tina Knowles, the mother of Beyonce, stepping into the arena of speculation. On Meghan Markle's podcast, Tina openly admitted she often caves during clashes with her daughter. "I'm the one to always cave. It's her business, so she gets to win."
And I'm not saying allegedly.
Oh. Okay.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston.
We can't ignore the emotional weight at play. Tina Knowles' history as a salon owner and stylist gives her undeniable authority in the world of hair care. But what feels like a fitting passion project for a 71-year-old mother doesn't necessarily translate into a global empire for Beyonce, a superstar already balancing too many crowns. BY folding during arguments, yet still planting seeds of direction. Tina may be both shielding and shackling her daughter simultaneously. That public quote, "She gets to win," was meant to sound like deference. To critics, it reveals something darker. A queen forced to win against her own mother and business is already ensnared in the dangerous politics of family loyalty. If Beyonce is surrounded by voices that bend rather than challenge, the danger is clear. She risks standing atop a pedestal built not on strength, but on silence and untested decisions.
Weirdo. I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever.
For an artist who built her legacy on control, on shattering industry norms with surprise drops and flawless rollouts, the idea that Beyonce's business struggles stem from losing control is almost poetic. Family loyalty tugging her one way, a husband's interference pulling another, and the world demanding perfection in every arena. The sting of betrayal lingers in the air, even if no one dares say it aloud. The empire that once looked unshakable suddenly appears fragile. The Beyhive still roars her name in stadiums, but in the marketplace fans hesitate to buy her lotions, leggings, and perfumes. Critics suggest the problem is Beyoncé's very mystique. In music, her silence, her distance, her refusal to overshare become part of her power. But in consumer culture, where relatability and transparency drive sales, that same mystery may be her undoing. And that's the sharpest question. Could the very traits that made Beyonce a musical goddess be the same flaws that doom her business empire? Ivy Park's collapse was shocking enough, but the uncertain fate of Secret suggests a troubling pattern. The woman who rewrote the rules of music may find she cannot rewrite the rules of business. If her ventures continue to falter, what happens to the carefully curated image she's maintained for decades?
How do you know I'm not a gangster or used to be a gangster? I've been in the music industry for 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, the industry is filled with gangsters.
The silence of the marketplace has become the loudest betrayal. The Beyhive, once capable of crashing streaming platforms and making hashtags trend worldwide, did not transform Secret into the juggernaut it was meant to be. They worshipped the Renaissance tour. They dressed the part for Cowboy Carter. They even built side hustles off her imagery. But when it came time to spend money on her entrepreneurial products, that same fire went cold. It's an uncomfortable truth. Fans are eager to buy tickets and merch tied directly to Beyoncé's music, but they hesitate when she asks them to step into her world of athleisure or hair care. The contrast is striking. In an era where Rihanna turned Fenty into a billion-dollar cultural force by making fans feel personally included, Beyoncé's mystique has left her brand standing on dangerously thin ice.
I do.
Yeah.
And when I get home, I'm like completely lazy. I don't want to clean. I don't want to do anything but try to recover. It's my job to give 100%. And I feel like, you know, I've been allowed to do what I love for so long. I love my job, so the least I can do is give my all. You know, you do the same.
What does it mean when the most loyal fan army in music refuses to rally behind their queen outside the concert stage? Time and again, the Beyhive has proven its power, defending Beyoncé from critics, crashing platforms, and fueling record-breaking sales. And yet, Ivy Park ended up dumped on clearance racks. Secret, despite its glossy packaging, has failed to spark the cultural earthquake it promised. The disconnect is undeniable. The question is why? Could it be that Beyoncé's ironclad privacy, the very mystique that makes her larger than life?
I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people.
Behind the glamour lies a haunting question. How do these setbacks affect her personally? We know Beyoncé as the perfectionist who never cracks in public, but even icons can bleed in private. A woman who has mastered every note, every step, every visual now faces failure in an arena she cannot fully command. Industry whispers suggest these disappointments have left her more withdrawn, hesitant to trust even those closest to her, and who surround her now. On one side, Tina Knowles, steering with maternal authority disguised as surrender. On the other, Jay-Z, weighed down by rumors and controversies of his own, casting shadows over her attempts at independence. The whispers of a Tina takeover hint at a daughter still beholden to her mother's persistence, even when it risks pushing her against her own instincts.
After they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed, right?
This brings us into Beyoncé's inner world. In her quietest moments, does she ever ask herself how the same woman who forced the music industry to shift release dates could stumble in a realm that should have been simpler? Does the crushing weight of expectation, the demand to never falter, make these losses feel heavier than any chart snub? A former associate claims she has become increasingly isolated, confiding less even with trusted collaborators. Perhaps that isolation explains why her brands lack the spark of authenticity fans crave. Rihanna casually shares her products from bathroom mirrors. Kylie Jenner floods social media with playful, personal endorsements. Beyoncé, in contrast, remains the untouchable deity, flawless on stage, but too distant to make shampoo feel like a shared ritual. The cracks in the empire are not just financial. They are psychological, relational, symbolic. The dynasty that once looked like an unshakable partnership now feels strained. Jay-Z, dogged by lawsuits and whispers about his past, no longer radiates the stability he once did.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men.
And that loneliness fuels the darker speculation. Is this why Beyoncé clings so fiercely to control in her art? No press tours, no interviews, a fortress built to keep the world at bay. Some insiders claim she fears that opening the door too wide would expose the fractures behind the carefully crafted facade. Others insist that this very silence is her undoing. In today's economy, people buy into personalities as much as products.
No, this part is not alleged. Jay-Z and his team, they have been ducking and dodging, taking the deal.
Her perfectionism is legendary, the very trait that allowed Beyoncé to reshape the music industry itself. Every visual, every vocal take, every costume is scrutinized, refined, and reworked until it meets her impossible standard. That discipline has given the world cultural milestones like Lemonade and Renaissance, projects so meticulously crafted they feel timeless. But what makes perfection an asset on stage can quickly become a liability in business. In the corporate world, delays and secrecy mean missed opportunities. Collaborators accustomed to the rapid pace of consumer trends often struggle under the weight of her need for flawless execution, and this obsession with control extends beyond timing. It shapes how much of the process she allows the world to see. While competitors in beauty and fashion flood social media with behind-the-scenes snippets, Beyoncé maintains her fortress of secrecy. For albums, that aura of surprise fuels global anticipation. But for hair care and lifestyle products, it breeds confusion.
I'm an artist that makes albums. That's it. People don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums. They just try to sell a bunch of little quick singles and they burn out and they put out a new one and they burn out and they put out a new one. People don't even listen to a body of work anymore.
Inside the boardroom, whispers suggest that Beyoncé's refusal to delegate has begun to wear thin. Potential partners, investors, and advisors may be dazzled by her presence, but many are reportedly frustrated by her process. When every decision funnels back to one person, momentum inevitably slows. Competitors like Rihanna or the Kardashians thrive precisely because they empower sprawling teams to move quickly, adapt to trends, and keep product cycles alive. Beyoncé, by contrast, is said to demand a level of oversight so exacting that even minor initiatives crawl forward, leaving her empire trailing in a marketplace that refuses to wait. The symmetry is tragic. The same qualities that protected her art from compromise may now be preventing her businesses from thriving without her constant hand on every lever. Collaborators describe arriving eager to create freely.
There was no internet people taking pictures of you and putting your personal life or exploiting your personal life as entertainment. I think people are so brainwashed. You get up in the morning, you click on the computer, you see all these pictures, and it's all you think of is the picture and the image that you see all day, every day.
Even fans who idolize Beyoncé for her flawless execution are beginning to crave imperfection in these new spaces. They want to glimpse the human behind the crown, but her perfectionist armor leaves no cracks. The result is brands that appear pristine yet distant, too immaculate to capture the messy, everyday chaos that makes lifestyle products feel alive. When the audience feels excluded from the process, the products themselves become symbols of that distance, immaculate objects, but not shared experiences. And so the paradox sharpens. Perfection made Beyoncé untouchable in music, yet it may be strangling her in business. IT is the sharp edge of her crown, the part of her identity she cannot abandon without betraying herself, yet cannot sustain without risking suffocation. The deeper tragedy is that this perfectionism is not a flaw to be erased, but the very essence of her brilliance. Which means the same instinct that built her empire may also be the force that ensures its slow unraveling.
And very, very honored that I got the response and the open heart, and people welcomed the album. The love I got from the country community tonight really made me feel so seen, and I'm very grateful.